Hi, I'm June, like the month, and today I want to talk about why you should not work so hard. Working so hard is not useful. And I remember when I used to think that the more hours I put in, the more that I would get. And I think at the time I understood that it wasn't exactly about the money for me. I was filling my days with work and stuff that I felt was important because I was doing the work that I thought was contributing value, right? And it helped me define my worth at the time. Like, I was a little lost in what I really wanted out in life. So I remember just submerging into work so that I could just be distracted and focus on that, because when I was able to succeed in a campaign or do something cool with an event, I felt better about myself. So I understand why or where we fall into working so much. And on the other end, of course, that it might be about the money that you gain, right? We do grow up in a society, of course, that trades time for money. So I get it. But I think it took, obviously, the burnout to make me realize that it's not really about that. And I want to share this with you so that maybe you can identify these things and see if that applies to you. Because I was working 14-hour days. I remember hustling my ass off. And at the time, I just wasn't getting any recognition. I was being told that what I didn't really matter. And what I realized was, even though I thought that I was thriving in my role and I was one of the best at that specific thing, I'm going to give you a specific example. I used to be called the point queen, which is the person in the Apple stores that have the iPad that manage the entire Genius Bar. They don't exist now, I think, because they shifted the structure. However, I was a baller at that. I loved it, and I was one of the fastest. I was one of the most efficient people in that specific role. And all of the Genius guys loved it because they could just move through their appointments super fast, and I felt that value. I felt like I was helping them all, and I liked it, right? But the fact is that despite being so good at it, I was always going to be replaceable. And I think early on you think that because you have this generated skill, or you do it faster than others, or you're really good at something, that you're indisposable. You are not. Okay, and yes, it might be a hassle to replace you and to retrain someone, but the truth of the matter is that you are always replaceable. And you don't want to be in a position that you are constantly working so hard in this one area because you think that you can't be replaced. That's actually the opposite way of thinking that you need to apply, especially at a day job, where by sharing your skill set and training other people allows you to then move up and focus on bigger and better things. Whether or not that's managing the team, allowing that person to learn these skills so that you are, in a way, allowing other people to do the work, that you are then going to grow into a leadership position, or you move through that way. A lot of us get so stuck in excelling at that one thing that we're known for, and then trying to hold that on and not allowing for other people into that sphere. But that's actually the wrong way to do it. I don't think that working so hard is that useful. You're going to have years where you look back and you don't want to think, what the hell have I done this year? Did I enjoy this year? What have I actually achieved? And the best way to actually get a pay rise in your work is to actually switch and jump different organizations and different companies. When I was working for one agency in London, the proposed yearly increase or raise was only going to be 4%. And when I actively looked for a position outside of that in the same kind of field, I was given a raise that was about 30%, 35% higher. And I understand if you really see a position or you are really connected with the business that you are growing within and there is a clear path. Maybe it's more of a startup vibe where you are able to move through quickly, or potentially your salary is reflective of sales commissions or how well that company performs. I'm not saying to jump ship every single year, but that is one of the fastest ways that you can actually earn more in your salary, by looking for different opportunities and being open to it, because it's just how it is. When another organization needs talent and they are willing to pay for it, you are then going to put yourself in a situation where you can earn more doing the same thing, just a different organization. So I'd be open to that too. Other thing is, I don't think that you should work so hard, because I believe that time is invaluable. Like, the time that you get, you cannot make back. Whereas cash and money, technically speaking, you can make more of that in 1 year or less of that in 1 year. And actually, the money journey itself and financial freedom is one of those that you will eventually see that it's never a straight exponential line up. It is always going to be in ebbs and flows, at least for anybody who is in business for themselves. I try to go off the model, you're working smarter and not harder, right? And when you're working smarter, you're able to create more time, money, freedom. I really believe in that, because I've seen how working like crazy and working super hard doesn't even generate as much money as I do now when I work half the amount of time, maybe even more. I work like 2 to 3 hours a day, and yet I'm generating 6 figures, or I'm generating more money than I ever would at working for 14-hour days. And it's all about really how you structure your financial freedom, your business, how you want to be actively working in your day. So yeah, we're gonna break down a lot more of that, but please don't work so hard. I see the new generations, I don't even know what we're at now, Gen Z, Gen X, all of you guys have so much access to incredible tools, incredible platforms, and it's amazing. The opportunity there is, but then I still hear some of you just feeling like you still need to go to uni for years, or you just need to work so hard at this or that. Go live life, go like travel somewhere. I actually really believe that you should always take a break from everything just to learn who you are and what you actually want, rather than trying to chase this whole thing and you actually have no clarity in what it is you actually want to do. But anyway, that's for another topic, another day. But I hope that was helpful for you. If you like the vibe, please subscribe. I'm Junae, and I hope you have an amazing day. Ciao, bye.